So one of the really cool BAM stories is we operated a cafe in a university town, and so we had over 100,000 university students that were in our neighborhood. So there were just people all over the place. Great place to operate a cafe. We became extremely busy. Our business metrics were great, and we ended up actually pushing a Starbucks out of our neighborhood because we put them out of business, which is a pretty cool thing when your BAM can become that successful. And one day we had walked outside of our cafe, and we had our young daughter with us, and we were late to an event, and we're like, we got to get moving. And my daughter, for whatever reason, wanted to pet this dog. Was walking by with a guy on a leash, and she's like, I've got to pet this dog. So we're like, okay, you can pet the dog. And then all of a sudden, another random college student started to pet this dog as well. And got up, we're like, hey, come on, we got to get moving. And this girl said, oh my gosh, you guys speak English. It sounds like an American accent. What are you doing here in the city? So we told her, hey, we operate this cafe. And she said, you guys, that is like my favorite cafe in the entire city. Like, oh, that's cool. She's like, did you buy it? We're like, no, we own it. We're the ones who designed it. We're the ones who operate it. And she said, that is so cool. And we just felt that there was a connection point there with her. And so we exchanged numbers, and we said, hey, maybe we can have you be a babysitter sometime. And we reached out to her a few days later, grabbed a cup of coffee. She got a hot chocolate. And she had told us over our time together, she's like, this cafe is my favorite place to get hot chocolate in the entire city. But we had this random email that came across where a church wanted to give us a little bit of extra money that month. And we said, what are we going to do with it? We just really felt we needed to send this girl to a women's conference that was outside the country. And at that event, she radically was saved, came to the Lord, and she decided that she was going to follow Jesus. And she became one of the spiritual daughters that was a part of our life. She ended up marrying a guy from the church. She has a daughter now, which is our first spiritual grandbaby, which is really cool. And we were looking back at some Facebook photos, and as we were going back through the pictures, the time we had just met her and all those things, we started to scroll back further, and we found that she was sitting in our cafe, drinking hot chocolate, enjoying time with her friends. And before we ever got a chance to get to know her, she knew the heart and the spirit in which we were, because she was enjoying cups of hot chocolate in our cafe. So that's a pretty cool story.